Biden's immigration policy blocked.
Some Republicans are throwing another lawsuit at President Biden's immigration reform plans. 20 Republican-led states are trying to stop the new policy.
This immigration reform is announced a couple of days ago, but it's getting blocked even before getting implemented. These lawsuits raises questions about the future of bipartisan immigration plan in current divided Congress.
Use this lawsuit as a way to bank shot to a question about the chances for bipartisanship. We now have a split Congress, and there are senators of both parties working through to find common ground on border security and immigration policy. But as we see with this set of lawsuits, even something that was considered a kind of middle-of-the-road policy is being challenged. So does that give us some indication of the atmosphere for anything that might come out of any kind of bipartisan conversation?
Before continuing with this topic, please like this video and subscribe to the channel. Do not forget to hit that notification bell. Let's continue with the video.
A round of negotiations between Senators Sinema of Arizona and Tillis of North Carolina collapsed because lawmakers could not reach an agreement that would exchange the legalization of certain undocumented immigrants such as dreamers who arrived here as children with certain border security measures. And that really has been the case now for more than 2 decades.
President's executive orders are challenged in court.
Regarding this debate and the possibility of Congress updating the outdated U.S. immigration system. And that's because the lawsuit that you referenced is really a symptom of the broader problem at play here, and that is that Congress has not made any significant updates and changes to the U.S. immigration system since the 1990s, and because of that, Republican and Democratic administrations have taken unilateral action and have adopted unilateral policies on this issue in the meantime. And now we find ourselves in a situation where all of these executive actions are challenged in federal court, or at least most of them. The Texas and other states have really successfully derailed the president's immigration agenda in many ways. We saw that 3 weeks ago with President Biden announcing that he was going to essentially pair increased expulsions of migrants who enter the country illegally with expanded legal opportunities for others to come to the U.S. because Congress had not come to any sort of compromise on this issue.
Yeah, it's a fascinating push and pull in between unilateral action and trying to get any bipartisan action, the way in which they make each other more difficult. Nearly 2 years ago, President Biden issued an executive order to create a new framework for addressing immigration. He promised that part of that would be expanding asylum eligibility. That hasn't happened. Why has that not happened?
What immigration policy is being blocked by 20 Republican-led states?
20 Republican-led states are trying to stop the new policy that creates a way for 30,000 migrants from 4 countries to legally enter the U.S. each month. President Biden announced the change earlier this month as part of his revamped strategy to deter illegal border crossings. The program allows eligible migrants from Cuba, Haiti, Nicaragua, and Venezuela to live and work in the U.S. legally under a policy known as humanitarian parole. The lawsuit argues the policy isn't meant to be used that widely.